Hello, here we are again with the next car you guys saw on the shorts, the 2010 Cadillac CTS4. It's an all-wheel drive model, and we're going to go ahead and clean it. It wasn't too terrible when I picked it up, but we'll see how it turns out at the end. This is car number 35 of the year, and we're hoping to hit 60 by the end of this year, so if we can hit that goal, it'll be amazing. Stick around, see if we hit it. Hopefully we can have some cooler cars come around this one. As you can see, not super clean. It has a bunch of markings on the windows. It had an issue. I couldn't find the key fob, but I did find it in the center console later. It was maybe a technician that owned it because the seats were very dirty, filled with grease. But I got it cleaned up. I got this car from Mannheim, Atlanta. I am a licensed dealer. Ooh, excuse me. I burped there, but overall, it's really clean. I didn't record myself replacing the alternator, but I did have to replace the alternator, which was $180. It took me 2.5 hours to replace. It was having an issue, something draining the battery, and then the alternator not charging the battery after I had charged it. As you can see, it says needs box. So I needed a jump box to get it running onto the trailer. First thing we did was remove all the stickers and all the writing from the glass. One thing, like I mentioned in the previous video with the Silverado, is clean the glass on all the cars you buy and sell. It makes a world of difference for how people feel inside of the car. This one doesn't have any tint, kind of boring, but it's okay. Cars with tint typically do sell for more and quicker. This car's kind of dirty. We didn't do any stain removals on the carpet, as you can see there. Just trying to get the seats a little better and nicer condition, because this car is and could be a very hard car to profit from, because it has another issue besides the alternator being replaced. It has a very sluggish transmission in first gear. It's an all-wheel drive model, and it seems like it goes from rear-wheel drive to front-wheel drive for the first 1,500 RPMs. Hopefully we can get that addressed tomorrow and get that flushed out, see if that helps. Regardless, it drives okay. We're going to have to disclose that if it doesn't get repaired by the fluid flush. It's almost ready for emissions. I love this color. I didn't redo the headlights. They weren't really bad. I think it could have been better with new headlights. The interior, like I said, came out a little cleaner. I got some of the stainage out, cleaned up the carpets a little bit. The exterior wasn't too bad. There's not too many dents and scratches. On the back there is. Over here in the front of the engine, I can hear something. This is I thought it was the alternator right here and there, but I think it was because the all-wheel drive system was cut off, and this is a remnant sound of that system not working properly. And again, at this point in time, it wasn't running well. It was on low voltage, the battery was being drained at idle, and it wasn't being charged by the alternator. But these cars have a wonderful appearance. A lot of people find them appealing, and the red is just perfect on it. It really is. So hopefully I can make some profit on this car. It hasn't sold yet. We'll be listing it for relatively cheap, regardless if it gets 100% mechanically corrected. If it is, I'd probably ask $5,000 for it, $4,500, so it'll do something quick. And if it doesn't, I'll probably list it for $3,000. As you can see here, it has some issues. Some of the lights weren't working. The battery was draining slowly but surely. But the alternator did correct that issue. It does have heated seats, cooled seats, has a navigation. This is me driving it at the end of the day. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. And here we go. Like I said, always drive your cars. Make sure they're doing somewhat well. Cold AC, hot heat, power windows, everything works in the car. Cruise control, shifts good. Sounds pretty good. Thanks for watching. Stick around.